How's it going, everybody, and welcome to BattleBots Reborn Dream Matches. Today's dream match, it's finally time for the John Reid Rumble. Killerhurtz, Beta, and Terrorhurtz are all squaring up against each other.
He backs himself into the corner and Beta to the backside. That's the kill shot he's looking.
Look at this, it's systematic. Oh, they are battering Panic Attack into submission.
Before we get into the tail of the tape, we're going to show off all of the latest designs of each bot, starting with Terrorhurtz. Terrorhurtz is a bot that it needs to get some work done, but due to time constraints, I couldn't rebuild him in time before I needed to film this fight. The ram plates are still where they are. I did try a couple little things to try and experiment, see if I can get him closer to the body. Nothing worked originally, but I will be doing a lot more work on him in the future. Also, I had originally gotten rid of this battle axe, replaced it with a couple axe heads and a T-connector. That was actually heavier, so we're back to the battle axe. Next up is Killerhurtz, and this is what you saw compete in the cup, but you never actually got to see it shown off properly. If you remember him from his Reborn episode, the wheels being too close together made it almost impossible for Killerhurtz to turn. So the body's been made a little bit wider, the wheels are flipped to the outside with the motors being on the inside. He's got 2 Super Volt batteries as well, which is another part that he lacked, battery life. And the head was rebuilt of the axe so that it weighs a little bit lighter so that it doesn't have as many problems when retracting. And lastly, we go to Beta, the one I think has actually had changes as compared to the other 2 bots. You'll notice immediately that he's got 4 ram plates, 2 on the front and 1 towards the front of the sides on his body, because he's got a very big body that didn't have a lot of protection. He needed some more armor, and that's exactly what we gave him. You also will notice the HPZ Tech motors. I don't think I had those last time. These have been given to him in the recent rebuild, and he is a lot faster thanks to it. The hammer could probably use some work. Maybe it doesn't have to be on a flip motor like this. Maybe it needs to be on a Z-Tech on its own. And maybe I could double the amount that are in there to make it look a little bit bigger. Because Beta has a pretty big hammer. This sledgehammer doesn't do it justice. But yeah, Beta in there as his changes. Yeah. So now that we've gone through the bot introductions, it's time for the tail of the tape. First up, we go through Killerhurtz, who has the beak hammer for his weaponry. He's got a very fast pace when he is able to get going, but he doesn't really have a lot of armor. I don't expect it to hold up very well. And the hammer's actually pretty weak as well. Beta comes in with a sledgehammer, probably the strongest of the 3 weapons. And he's got very strong armor as well, so he can be able to take a few hits while dealing out some deadly other hits. But who knows how strong that hammer is? The base of it might fall off, but the sledgehammer is the good part of it. And finally, we go to Terrorhurtz with the double axe head that can swing in both directions. He's also got a little bit of extra armor in the form of the ram plates. The only problem is it will take him a little while to get some of his shots when the weapon is as slow as it is. He may lose the opportunity before he's able to get the hit off. We'll find out how well the weapon works for him. Let's go to the first fight. And let the bot battle begin. It's the John Reid Rumble with all 3 of his hammer bots competing. And Beta immediately going after Killerhurtz, who runs into the wall trying to reset. Terrorhurtz now just getting involved in the action. Killerhurtz back out from the wall. Oh, and he's got the sandwich now. Beta and Terrorhurtz swinging their hammers. He's able to escape. And now Beta turning his attention to Terrorhurtz, who's trying to readjust himself. Now going for Killerhurtz. He doesn't seem to know who he wants to attack at the moment. And he's going for Terrorhurtz again while Terrorhurtz goes for Killerhurtz. And now Beta's caught in the middle. This is frantic stuff. I don't know who to follow. Killerhurtz with a swing and a miss. Beta comes after him again and knocks off the beak. And Beta causing some major damage to the oldest of the bots, Killerhurtz. And now turns his attention to Terrorhurtz, pins him against the wall, and the hammers are swinging back and forth. And Terrorhurtz has been immobilized. He's been knocked out. And Beta causing all the damage here. Killerhurtz now just a box driving around with no real purpose, but he wasn't doing that at the start when he had his hammer anyway, because that's how useless the beak has been. Beta closing in, looking to finish this fight fairly early. It's a surprise that Killerhurtz is the one that has survived to this point, but he's knocked out. Beta wins the first match fairly comfortably. That's about how I expected this fight to go, although I didn't expect Killerhurtz to last that long. Beta's sledgehammer causing all the damage, and he takes the first fight. And the second round begins. Beta winning the first match. He's already going after Killerhurtz and taking big chunks out of the Killerhurtz body. Terrorhurtz not taking too kindly to that as he goes to defend his brother by taking out his other brother. It sounds like some kind of messed up soap opera. Now Killerhurtz trying to get into the thick of things. Beta getting under him, slamming him into the wall. Killerhurtz in trouble. Terrorhurtz taking on Beta now as they both sandwich Beta. The hammers are flying everywhere. Who is going to lose their hammer first? If anyone, it's Killerhurtz again! Killerhurtz loses the beak and he's smoking and he runs for his life. Well, Beta and Terrorhurtz exchange blows. And Beta's lost his hammer! Oh my! Terrorhurtz with the only hammer remaining. Well, it looks like he's going to win the second fight as he lays down into the Beta and runs into the kill saws in the process. A stunning turn of events here. And Terrorhurtz looks like he's concentrating on Beta, the bot who has got potential to win the series if he were to win this fight, but it doesn't look like he's going to. We've got two wheeled boxes just kind of driving around now. Killerhurtz just kind of getting involved in being a nuisance, smoking. Beta spinning around towards the center of the arena. Terrorhurtz with another pop. It's only a matter of time, surely, before he finishes this off. You'll have to be careful, though, with the way his axe swings. It could easily break off because of the floor. Or he could just smack into Beta like he is now. Critical hits, and Beta is a shot away from being knocked out. And Terrorhurtz trying to finish it. He does! Beta's knocked out, and it's down to Killerhurtz and Terrorhurtz. Killerhurtz sitting on the saws, the kill saws for some reason. Is that a suicidal attempt? I'm not sure. Oh, and he takes a big shot from there. Looks like Terrorhurtz won't need to hit Killerhurtz again because he's running into the arena hazards. Now trying to hide between Beta's dead body. Well, that's just a cowardly move now, isn't it? Oh, and he runs into the kill saws and they've knocked him out! And Terrorhurtz claims fight 2. Terrorhurtz adjusting his hits and taking advantage of the angle that Beta was facing him to take off the weapon and finish this fight in style. The only way we can have a fourth fight in the series is if Killerhurtz wins this match. So the old sport's got a lot of work to do here. All the bots feeling each other out, not sure who to attack, and all hammers coming down and missing at the same time. What a coincidence. And now Beta has turned on Terrorhurtz and is laying down blows. Terrorhurtz can't get a hit on Beta, but Beta is destroying the top part of his body, and he is about to get knocked out. He's smoking, and this could be the end of Terrorhurtz. And it is! Beta taking all of his frustration from the second fight out on Terrorhurtz, and now Killerhurtz has a job on his hands. Oh, and he's running into the wall instead of doing anything productive. Oh, and he's been flipped! Well, he came at the corner of Beta's body, and then it appeared he fired the hammer and that threw him off balance. And it does not appear that he can self-right now because of it. Well, he's getting counted out, but Beta decides he wants to cause some damage. This is a bit unsporting. This is not how you treat your older brother, is it? Beta lining up the shots. What's he want to do here? Is he trying to go for one of the wheels? Is he trying to place him on the floor, on the hazards? Well, this is very unsporting from Beta. Doesn't seem to care, and he's just laying down the blows towards that back wheel of Killerhurtz. I think he's trying to take it out. Just adding insult to injury as if Killerhurtz's performance in real life were not enough. And he's just laying in shot after shot. He's not letting him get counted out. He wants to cause a little bit of damage and win this series in style. And Killerhurtz is finished. Beta is the champion of the Rumble. It was heartless strategy by Beta to pin Terrorhurtz into the wall and take him out. But if it works, then you can't really fault it, can you? And Killerhurtz really stood no chance, did he? Losing all 3 fights. It's Beta that claims the series in the John Reid Rumble. Congratulations! This is what you waited 14 years for. So that's the end of the John Reid Rumble. Beta winning 2-1-0. Now, if we put all of his bots in the arena together in real life, is that accurate of how the results would have gone? Have your say below. And if you want to see more from each recreated design, check out BattleBots Reborn and Robot Wars Reborn on our channel. Killerhurtz appeared in BattleBots Reborn episode 15, Beta appeared in episode number 25, and Terrorhurtz appeared in Robot Wars Reborn episode 11. Thanks for watching, leave suggestions below, have a good day everybody. Let the bot battle begin! Nightmare versus Hypershock, James Mentowski versus Will Bales, two of the best drivers in the game.